most of like the VTuber drama is like 99% like avoidable because it's like so petty. Like I'm obviously not, you know, saying that like Sinder did nothing wrong, but it was a show today. I woke up in the middle of the night at like 5 a.m. and I saw that like Sinder dropped like a 1,000 page Google Doc. And I was like, I'm going back to bed. And then like the thing with like Hassan. Did you hear about the news on SCOTUS yesterday? What was the news? Pursuing combat and prey, heart rate 75. And you were talking about the Sinder dog, heart rate 109. Sorry, but it really does look like a shock collar. He did show it in the stream afterwards, and it's just like an air tag. I don't know. Yeah, the Sinder dog is. I can't be asked. It's like I don't care. I don't have a personal relationship with any of these people. It's like, you know, it's like, why involve the public? But whoever told Sinder it was a good idea to drop like 1,000 pages and not just make like a YouTube video or something needs to be fired. I need to do like proper PR training. Like, holy shit. The Supreme Court of the US has been reported to be preparing to rule against ban on conversion. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I know. I heard. Giving puberty blockers to children who are questioning their gender identity is bad because it's torture. Shocking. Doing electroshocks when it comes to a trans kid having trans thoughts is totally normal and, you know, should be the standard practice. Just bully people into submitting to the patriarchy. Oh, God. No. I don't want to be political. We're doing gaming today again. It's so hard for me to like stay clear from everything.
Nyara, you're such a dumb bitch.
I know, right? Sorry for bringing up Twitter. No, don't worry. It's like I see the stuff, right? I see the things that are happening on the website, right? I still check. I still see everything that's like going on, which is like not ideal, obviously. It's like, oh yeah, I'm taking a break from everything. Also me doesn't take a break from everything. Isn't Sinder old news at this point? I mean, Sinder dropped a new document with like 1,000 pages at like 5 a.m. I don't know who told her that's a good idea, but you know, you should be fired. It was like, oh, Sinder is awful because everyone said so. My apology. Sinder is awful because the apology sucked. Here's 1,000 pages that prove not everything is as it seems. LOL, that's too much. I already made up my mind. Lol, nobody cares. Lol. The community is dumb as a whole because the substance doesn't matter. Like, yeah, 1,000 pages are way too much. It is. There's no way anybody needs to read that. And unnecessary, but people already made up their minds months ago. The dog isn't how they wanted Sinder to respond, so they don't care. It's also like Sinder was just like the biggest names in the VTuber community and like the industry. It's like there's nothing she could say that would like change their minds unless, you know, she could get in the good graces of like the people who called her out. That's just like how it goes. The comments are basically, you should have just went back to streaming. You should have just said sorry. Just apologize in private and move on. Just rebrand. As if any of these moves would have made everyone happy. Meanwhile, those who dogpiled on Sinder faced no problems at all because the public determined they were right. There's so many people who literally have no stake in the game jumping on it in order to like get in the good graces of like I don't know, people like Bao and Trey Lily and whatnot. You know, that it doesn't matter if she was actually like a person and the others are like saints and whatnot. This is just like the public perception of it. Now, even if she still has some of her fans, it should be fine. Being basically blacklisted by the VTuber community does suck. Considering how common it is for VTubers to backstab each other, it is hard for me to believe that this is just a black-white situation. On the other hand, I don't really care because there are bigger issues in this space. People never call out any like actual problems in this space. It's just like, oh, we're just trying to be apolitical. Oh, we just want to be drama free. But then like the space determines that like, oh, it's okay to like dogpile on Sinder and you get rewarded for it by, you know, getting likes and whatnot. And then people jump on it, dogpile it on it. And it's just like, it's so stupid. And now people are like, oh, why are you defending Sinder? Oh my God. Oh, you're picking the side of Sinder. Why would you do that? It's like, I'm not picking sides. Believing the public perception of like the what is it, like the saints, the angels of the space who are like so amazing and everybody loves them, and they've been wronged by this evil who previously was also thought out to be someone who was like amazing and whatnot in the public eye. It's just silly, right? And a lot of it is like really petty, and it's also like really common for this space, like, to be fair. Actually, there's so much backstabbing in this space and whatnot, but like, what pisses me off the most is literally like, they don't care about like, you know, VTubers being actual monsters. They don't care about like bullying people out of this space who actually like genuinely deserve it, because, you know, they shouldn't have a platform to begin with. They never care about that, because then it's like, oh, you're making this other person more popular, but now here's like socially acceptable to like dunk on someone. And there are so many people who just like take it too far. It's so fucking annoying. Most people just like involve themselves in there in order to farm cloud. A lot of people who are like inserting themselves in there being like, oh yeah, Sinder was evil to me as well. A lot of them are literally just like jumping on it because it's like the acceptable thing to do. And then, you know, you can farm like pity points and whatnot. Like, it doesn't matter who's actually right or wrong. There's no way that Sinder could have like come back normally, when we know that, like, when she even donated to charity, people were dunking on that. She donated to charity, didn't say anything, and people were, like, blowing it way out of proportion, being like, oh my god, Sinder is now manipulating people by donating to this charity, and this is, like, so evil, and proof that she doesn't take any accountability and never, like, learn from her behavior. It's so dumb. And then people are like, oh, you're picking sides because you're talking about this. How dare you talk about this and not condemn all the actions of Sinder? It's like, I don't care. I don't know who's right or wrong. I've literally no stake in the game. What I'm seeing, like the 1,000 pages, is like ridiculous and unnecessary. And a lot of it is like contradictory. And yeah, there's no accountability. But, you know, Sinder doesn't believe that she's wrong. So, you know, her apology was shit. Like, it wasn't really an apology. It was like just blaming someone else for it. And it's like, maybe there's some truth to it. Turning it into a witch and blowing it way out of proportion in order to like just push her out of the space. People with like huge platforms, huge communities just like fighting each other. And because, you know, someone has like the most reach, it's basically like everybody against Sinder, because like people who side with Sinder risking to be also like ostracized and blacklisted by, you know, the biggest names in the video community. So obviously nobody defends her. Like, sure, she still has like a core audience and whatnot who are probably like looking forward for her streams again, but it's like, you know, streaming alone in the space and never actually being able to have like the opportunity that others have, because, you know, you're just like deemed to like too much of like a brand risk or something. Like, that's scary. And you know, when this is happening, of course, like the first apology sucked because of it, because it's like, imagine you're being put in this situation and then it's like, well, okay, what do I do? Nobody's here to help me. What do I do? And then it's like, oh yeah, you know, like I apologize for these things, but I also think that, like, you know, I've also been wronged, which a lot of people are obviously reading as like disingenuous and whatnot. The idea that she could have just been like, oh yeah, you know, like I fucked up 5 months ago and I was like really awful and I saw everybody as competition and not actually as a real friend, and I sabotage people. I don't think people would have been like that satisfied with that either. Would have that been better? Probably. It could have probably been better than be like, oh yeah, actually, you know, like all these huge VTubers that are going after me, they're actually like in the wrong, obviously, because like in the public perception, nobody is going to trust Sinder. I think this whole entire situation, you know, could have been like resolved differently, but as soon as like content creators, especially VTubers, bring in their community, it's crazy. So like I hate these witch hunts so much. It's so stupid. And like, it happened to my friends as well. I also had like friends who were, you know, being mean girled, and then people were like, oh, your response is not good enough. We still hate you anyway. That happens a lot in this space. And I can't imagine how that's going to feel like it's one of the biggest names in the EN VTubing space. And then have everybody turn on you. Seems kind of terrifying. You're talking about Twitter drama on your comfy horror stream break week? Yeah, I just mentioned that like I can't actually like take a break because I still see like everything that's like happening in the world. People obviously saw me, you know, on Twitter giving my take, even though it wasn't like actually like a take picking a side. It was just like people are jumping on conclusions way too quickly and not giving people the benefit of the doubt and so on, you know, things that I experience as well. And I think that like a lot of this space is like incredibly cruel. Sadly, this also happens in company culture. You're not safe from this backstabbing as a non-public figure. There's so many stories. Yeah, but can you imagine if people are just like, you know, starting to make a Google Doc anytime, I don't know, someone doesn't respond to your message in the right way at the right time. Most of like the VTuber drama is like 99% is like avoidable because it's like so petty. Like I'm obviously not, you know, saying that like Sinder did nothing wrong and whatnot, like manipulation and so on, like a lot of the toxicity. Like I see that in the space many times every single week, actually. But it's just this like, how dare this evil creature go backstab the holy angels that need to be protected in this space? Because, like, you know, chances are really low that, like, you know, the others are, you know, perfect. A lot of VTubers literally just use it as an opportunity to, like, farm cloud. So, you know, these are also, like, manipulative people. It's just not the popular thing right now to go after those who, like, use that as an opportunity to farm cloud, right? If you call out these people behind the scenes who are also, you know, doing the things that they're Sinder accusing of, then it looks like you're defending Sinder, and then people are going to, you know, twist that and dunk on you. But it's a shit show. It's a mess.